Hello everyone, welcome to NGS Season 11 Heroic Division cast tonight. Kryix Tempest taking on WildHeart Omega, and I have the one and only Goon from WildHeart here to co-cast with me. How are you doing, Goon?
Good. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. I've had a nice day. Beautiful weather, got out for a walk with the
Yeah.
dog, and did a bit of gardening. Now I'm ready to get into some casting.
Nice. Very nice. It's been nice here too. A little windy today, so with time I did spend outside was very brief because I've been out there with the wind. But did a bunch of dishes today though. Felt good.
Oh, that's... I hate dishes.
Yeah.
I begged my husband for a dishwasher for the longest time until he just finally gave in. I hate them so much.
Nice.
So we do have that coin toss already sorted out, so let's go on over to those map selections here. Kryix Tempest did win the coin toss, and they're actually opting to go with map pick off that win. So giving first pick to WildHeart Omega. Those map bans coming out tonight, Battlefield of Eternity and Volskaya Foundry banned out by Kryix Tempest. Over on the side of WildHeart Omega, Garden of Terra and Alterac Pass taken out of the pool. We're going to kick things off on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Very nice. I like a good Tomb game. It's criminal how often Tomb is unplayed, in my opinion. Should be a nice, a good one. Nice and brawly. Some good macro, creative drafts. Hopefully.
Now, heading into Tomb, what are some things you like to see, or maybe some things that people should keep note of, especially on Tomb here?
Wave clear is a pretty good priority, pretty high priority. Being able to rotate quickly between the lanes, grab the gems, turning in. Hey, I got nothing to do. What do I do? What should I do? Waves are pushed up. Hey, maybe I should try to turn in. But also that bottom siege camp. I want to see just how much focus and priority is taken on getting that bottom siege camp to create different advantages for yourself throughout the game.
Now, you're probably pretty familiar with one of these teams. Is there something you're expecting them to draft here? They have that first pick. What do you think they're going to end up prioritizing?
If it gets through, Chromie. They are dirty Chromie abusers, for sure. But we'll see. I'm going to do my best here to be as unbiased as possible in my flame. So that means that Kryix Tempest hopefully gets just as much flame as WildHeart Omega does.
All right, we're going to see the Lucio ban from WildHeart here. KT taking away the Medivh to kick this draft off.
Lucio, we'll probably see... will they ban Uther, or will they let it go? Ban something else, leave Uther up, and force the ban on the side of Kryix. Okay, now we're going to see the Uther ban. Nice. So this kind of ban style, so now Kryix is like, do we ban Sonya or do we ban Hogger? Do we leave them both up? Do we ban something else? And deal with, whatever else is, whatever the opponent picks. Someone's going to get something pretty broken right here.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see in just a few seconds here what Kryix Tempest is looking to get rid of, and it's going to be the Sonya.
Okay, so this probably, theoretically speaking, is probably a Hogger. Could be a Cassie, could be a Chromie. Lots of options there. It is dirty Chromie abuse.
Well, you called it from the start of draft here. That will be the first hero locked in for WildHeart Omega. Apparition locking in Chromie. He's like pretty well known for Chromie, right?
Yeah. He likes to play the Chromie. He does some pretty cheeky strats with the Chromie. He's not a timeout gamer. He's a here and there gamer. So that in and of itself is pretty toxic. And we got a May and we got a Tychus. So Cassia is still up. Hogger is still up. Brightwing is up. Stukov is up. I'm very curious to see this early Tychus. To me, this says that they are probably trying to target Lupus in his Diablo pick. He does like to play a lot of Diablo, but there are some pretty strong heroes that exist that that he plays. So I don't know. I personally like Cassie. I think Tychus is you pick Tychus to respond to something, not necessarily in preparation to counter. But we'll see.
Fair enough. We're going to see the Brightwing and Hogger pick up there over on the side of WildHeart Omega, and we're into that second half of the draft now. Joanna taken out of the pool by Kryix Tempest.
Yeah, that's a good ban there. Johanna does a lot to mitigate Tychus, the kind of damage that he does, and also Johanna's good with the wave clear and the rotations. Pretty hard to kill, pretty safe tank into May as well. It looks like they're trying to like get him to play Diablo. We'll see.
WildHeart taking away the Stukov now. Already locked in their healers, so they can start to target ban that heal position out here. Stukov, pretty good healer.
Yeah, extremely disruptive hero. Very good at just disrupting engages, retreats. Great sustain coming from him as well. Definitely a solid pick and a solid ban. There's the Cassia. Very nice. All right. So we got 2 auto. I mean, I guess I guess technically Cassia has a lot of spell damage as well. But these 2 ranged DPS options have to be pretty close to their target in order to put out some good damage. So I wonder if we see some picks that punish positioning from the side of Omega.
Well, we're going to find out right now. It's going to be Varian and Falstad locked in here over on the side of WildHeart Omega.
The taunt Varian. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming, right? It's a taunt Varian. It's safe to assume. But Varian...
I don't know. They're your guys. I would assume.
Yeah. Taunt Varian, he's got parry, really good against Tychus damage. You got the shield wall, which is really good against the Cassia damage. And you've got some lockdown coming out of taunt to punish some of this positioning as well.
Chromie as well. Chromie Varian together can just blow up a taunt target easily here. We're going to have Anduin picked up. Not the worst here. Has that Leap of Faith to kind of pull someone out of a taunt occasionally, but taunt's a much lower cooldown than the Leap of Faith.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious about this Anduin pick. We'll see how it goes. I feel like Anduin's... He needs to be careful where he's standing because, okay, sure, he may not get taunted by Varian, but there's a little ability called Temporal Loop that he can't save himself from. And Apparition is not opposed to going Temporal Loop. He probably goes Temporal Loop more often than he goes Slowing His Hands. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this. I like the Falstad here. Yes, it's a small map. Fly, I think, is strong on smaller maps because you can travel fast anywhere on the map a lot faster from any position on the map, pretty much. And Gust is a powerful disengage and engage tool.
I'm excited to see how this plays out here. It kind of does feel like you're talking about they're probably drafting to have to deal with Lupus's Varian at the Tychus pickup and the Leoric pickup. They were just really either trying to force Lupus onto a different tank or, having that % damage to shred him down quickly on the Diablo there. So I'm looking forward to this. Do you have a favorite?
Clearly, my favorite is WildHeart Omega. But I am interested to see how Kryix Tempest pulls this off, if they can isolate, the Hogger or the Varian and put out enough damage onto their target. We'll see. I do think that early game is going to be probably a lot stronger for them because Varian is just a minion until level 4. But
let's go ahead and introduce these teams. On the left-hand side, we have Kryix Tempest with Bridge to Death playing May, Will to Live on the Tychus, Moist on Leoric, TT Wolfie on the Anduin, and Raver playing Cassia.
And on the right-hand side in the red, we got Apparition on Chromie, Valmar playing Hog or Brown Bala on Falstad, Frosty Wind, Primo on Brightwing, and Lupus on the Varian.
Just going to see both these teams clearing out that first wave, trying to get a little bit of a priority on that rotation going. WildHeart has cleared it out first, heading top now, and Hogger already in that bottom lane catching soak there. Let's see KT a little bit behind here. Big time trap there from Apparition.
Yeah, that's toxic. I will say that WildHeart did clear that wave a lot faster, but they didn't get any of the gems from the wave, so that's something to consider there. One thing that I see a lot of teams do is they clear really fast and then they leave, but the objective requires you to pick up gems. You need the gems to turn in, so don't forget about that stuff.
Do have Valimar rotating up just to help a little bit in the mid. Lupus getting icing onto by Mei, stuck in that stun from the Blizzard, but able to walk away here.
Yeah. We see Falstad rotating down here, probably putting some pressure on the solo lane, creating some space potentially. There's going to be a response coming out of the side of Kryix, Tempest here. I would have liked to have seen that rotation come out a little bit less noticeable, because look, we see here Raybar on that bottom siege camp taking the camp there, and they didn't see it happening. They saw Falstad show up, but
yeah. See if Raybar can get this camp sneak in here, because Falstad is rotating back down, so there's a chance that Brown Ball is going to take a look at this Siege Giant camp, and it looks like that's exactly what's happening. There we go, Falstad scouting out, finding Cassia on the camp. Camp does get finished. Falstad on the point. The face shift coming in from Brightwing here. Polymorph out onto Cassia. The stun into the wall. Moist getting quite low here. Going to go into Wraith form. Try to walk away and has managed to back out from now. Cassia, one hit away from going down, and she's able to leave. That camp will go over to the side of WildHeart Omega.
Very nice. Very nice. That was close. Moist there on the bot side was pretty low. Couldn't really step up to help. So, the camp's... Oh, no, he's going to go down too. He's going to go down too as well. But that was a good sniff from WildHeart Omega, able to see that and then call the phase shift. Brightwing really strong on this map. You're rotating very frequently, getting minion kills, and you're going to have that phase shift up a lot.
We're going to see Valimar finishing up that Bruiser camp now over on the side of WildHeart Omega. That's going to create a little bit of pressure in the mid lane for Kryix Tempest to have to deal with. Maybe even create a little bit of an opening for these teams to drop some gems in.
Yeah, level lead here. Are we looking for the taunt? No taunt. Oh, there's the taunt right there. Big damage coming out there on the Mei. Fortunately, that's Mei, so she's able to walk away with no threat to her life.
You see that phase shift popped onto Valimar, get him healed up, and as much value as they can get out of this Bruiser camp, trying to shove it in that mid, get some structure damage happening here. Both the towers getting pretty low. Valimar trying to finish off the top one.
Yeah, that's something that, hey, if you're playing the game, playing Storm League, quick match, you're on NGS games, whatever the case may be, what if I told you it's possible to get structural damage done without an objective? You can use camps, you can use your heroes, you can click them. As much damage as you can do without an objective, the better your objective is going to be. So keep that. Yeah, that sounds common sense, right? Oh, just hit the building's forehead. I see those memes in chat.
I don't want to interrupt you, but WildHeart's getting a turn in here and didn't even get interrupted on any of the channels. Got a turn in top and bottom for the first Web Weaver phase. Level 7's online for them as well here for the talent tier advantage. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah. So this mid lane is obviously weaker, right? So there's going to be a lot of value down there. It looks like they want to focus for this bot side, kind of try to create as much pressure down here for Moist, and maybe allow Valimar to be able to rotate on the map. But it looks like they're just going to go back mid. They're going to go back mid. They were a little slow there, I guess.
Kryix Tempest did have that Bruiser camp picked up right as the spiders came in as well. So they cleared that up. Just let that spider get a little bit more value there potentially. But really not too much happening with these spiders right now. Mid's getting quite low. Top's getting shredded down by
bottom
KT.
lane.
Bottom lane's the only one that's really doing too much. I mean, there's a collapse in mid happening now. Maybe they're going to get some more. That front wall is down. Let's see if top...
Chromie's level 8.
Yeah. Going with the temporal loop here. No cleanse, but the leap of faith there. Just see, again, it's a long cooldown on that one to be saving them from taunts and temporal loops all the time.
Yeah, this bot 4 is going to go down. This is really good. Able to create space for Valimar. Now Valimar can pretty much potentially control this bottom siege camp to his advantage.
Lupus going in. Taunt goes out onto Cassia. Here's the phase shift in from Brightwing. Polymorph out onto Cassia as well. We have Valimar trying to get in there to finish off that kill, but unfortunately bounces the wrong angle away there. Cassia will survive another day. Falstad's going to go ahead, fly top to catch the soak that's crashing there. Rest of the members look like they're going to make a rotation onto this bottom siege camp. Turn-in is up and available for Kryix Tempest right now.
I will say, watching watching, if you're burying there and you see the enemy team just walk through like that to you while you catch mid, it's pretty spooky for that bottom siege camp. I mean, sure, it was almost dead, but they could potentially have collapsed there. So the first turn in here, level 10's about to come online there for WildHeart Omega. Let's see what kind of defense they can pull here. I mean, we've got Chromie damage, we've got the False Head and the Gust. Oh, they're looking for some picks, it looks like. Trying to fight before level 10s. This objective is probably not going to be that substantial because they're missing that 10 talent here.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard to push in with this objective, find the value that you want off of a Spider turn-in without level 10s online here. Speaking of those level 10s, over on the side of WildHeart Omega, Blink Heal for the Brightwing, Gust from Falstad, Shockwave getting picked up for the Hogger, and Varian going with Warbringer.
Warbringer, huh? Not the shield wall. I thought it would be a shield wall, but okay. All right. More mobility, and then maybe, I mean, you have it up a little bit more frequently. A lot of damage coming out there on the bridge to death. Didn't force any significant cooldowns. They're trying to bait out these cooldowns, it seems like, and then Wolf is doing a good job at just maintaining. Hey, I'm not using my Leap of Faith. We're not using the Ice Cube yet. Let's just hang in there. And save it for when we really need it. But I will say at some point, you know, they just take the damage and they back up. Oh, there's an interrupt there on the brown ball as he tries to get the objective. But yeah.
And both teams fairly close to turn in here. Only a couple gems needed for WildHeart Omega before they have the 55 needed. They pick those up right now. And KT only 5 gems away themselves, so it's not too much until they have turn in here. A wave is crashing in top. Some XP potentially missed there for WildHeart if someone doesn't get up there now. It looks like Chromie's going to make it there in time to catch some of those globes. And the rest of KT just clearing out that bruiser camp that WildHeart Omega sent out.
Yeah, false send to bottom lane though, pushing this lane out with the catapult, going to create some pressure on that bottom lane. This is really good. This bottom lane, underrated. This thing becomes really annoying to deal with later on in the game. Ooh, the white ice wall and the entomb misses. I will say the entomb doesn't affect Hogger spin, so he can just spin right out of it. Something to consider.
Yeah, it's interesting interaction.
At 20 though, at 20, if he gets buried alive, okay, can't do it.
Yeah, right now your entomb targets, it's kind of tricky to catch anyone because Frosty Wind can just blink heal out of it. Brown Balla can just go ahead and barrel roll out of it. Apparition took here there, so they can just use that and pop out of it as well. Valimer is going to be able to just go unstoppable and get out of it. So you're really looking at like Lupus as your main target, who maybe just survives it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and if somebody gets entombed, as long as it's not Falstad, you have a Gust to disengage, right? Kind of create that space. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I've seen these guys feed before, so.
So I guess we're looking for some late game team fights once level 20 is on Leoric. He maybe do a little bit more with Buried Alive, but still, if Falstad's not in the entomb, you're right with the Gust. You just blow them all away, and you're not getting anything out of that.
Yeah, this top fort gonna go down, open up the map for that boss. There's a lot of damage coming out there on the bridge to death. It gets polymorphed. Is the Ice Cube coming out? There's the Ice Cube. He's gonna be the pool. Yep. Very nice. And now there's a Temporal Loop on the Cassia. Boom. With the Shockwave follow-up as well. Bait out all the cooldowns. You bait out the pool onto the tank. You Temporal Loop somebody else.
Looks like we're going to see a push for this top keep now. They've got that front wall broken down, a little bit of health left on this Spider. The Odin pop by Tychus right now just to try and defend this, get a little bit of, big taunt there on the Mei, and she's just bursted down so quickly there. Another 20.
The Shattering Throw. The Shattering Throw is like really good. You pull up the Ice Cube, you get one, and then you're just out of the Ice Cube.
Yeah, it's a great pickup into Mei.
Oh.
That talent's so like, I love point and click talents.
Point and click gamer. Apparently, so does Lupus and Apparition here.
Oh, there's a temporal loop here out from Chromie, rewinding Moist here. 52 gems just dropped by the Leoric. Bridge to Death trying to step forward to get those gusted away by the Falstad. We have the ball lightning out from Cassia. Cassie, though, being targeted here by the Varian. Lupus getting rooted. And that's all they're going to get for now.
That Gust was that was nice. That was heads up. They were trying to get those gems, and he's like, oh, you want these? No.
It was big. That was 52 gems. They just lost their turn in. And now they're going to be a long ways away from being able to find it. They're already a bit behind on XP. Level 16s are soon to be online for WildHeart Omega. And they're looking to pick up this bottom siege camp.
Yeah, what do you do here? Oh, Lupus able to slide away from that just fast enough. A lot of damage, though, coming out there. There's the ice wall. Whips, unfortunately. Here's the huge phase shift on the Lupus. Bridge to death is very weak, though. There is ice cube there. Nice ult there from Wolf just to prevent more damage, but point and click, by the way.
Yeah.
No damage, though, coming out of that. Ends up falling down regardless. Moist is probably going to be the next target here. They're looking at Moist. Do they get the kill? They do, and they're going to keep going.
2 members down now on the side of Kryix Tempest. Let's see what WildHeart Omega wants to do. There is a boss up on the map right now. Bottom lane needs to be cleared out by KT, and they're 5 gems off of turning themselves.
Yeah, that bottom boss doing its thing. I call that siege camp a boss. It may not do as much damage as a boss straight up, but it can. And more importantly, it draws resources away from the big boss up on the top side.
Our boss will go over to the side of WildHeart Omega. Those level 16s have been online for them for a bit here. KT still a ways off of hitting those level 16s themselves, and now a boss to deal with no keep left in that top lane.
Yeah. This banner of Dalaran is going to be absolutely disgusting. It's going to be so strong with the Brightwing, with the Chromie, with everything. This is big. They need to be careful here. They're posturing here on this core. If they find any picks, they could potentially end. It could happen. I like how they're positioning here on their KT. How they're positioning here near their keep. I like this a lot. They're using their keep as a 6 player.
This sees core damage starting to come online here. Ice wall drop by May, catching one of the members of WildHeart. Lupus getting caught in the blizzard to follow that up. Boss just going down now, 36% left and going down quickly here. They all coming out from Anduin, but this is going to be game number 1 over to WildHeart Omega. GG's and well played.
Yeah, very, very good game. Very, very clean. Even without the picks, they were able to find that. And then you have the Gust there too to kind of create some more space if you want. Very, very well done. Very well done. Look, some talents here. Let's see what we got. What are we looking at here?
I just wanted to say WildHeart Omega playing really clean game here. No one even falling once in this entire match.
Wait, what? Who is this team? I don't know these people.
I was lied to. I was told they like to feed.
Yeah. I don't know who's smurfing on their accounts. No, I'm just kidding.
Look at Valimir too, just pumping out the damage on Hogger. And Chromie had some nice temporal loops, but didn't even come anywhere near damage that Hogger was dumping out in this game. Let's take a look at the talents.
Yeah. I like the shockwave. The shockwave there for the follow-up was really good. You know, just being able to lock somebody down for a little bit longer. With the composition that they had, going in isn't necessarily something that you need to do. It's not like Varian's going to be going in looking for stuff too much, and you have a Chromie Falstad as your backline. So maybe just being able to follow up, being able to identify when your job is to follow up versus going in. That's pretty good. That's definitely underrated. But yeah, I will say it looks like they were just trying to go for the tank blow up, and hey, you know, Johanna was probably the best tank to play there. But I like the pivot to the Varian. You know, Varian doesn't die there either. Really, really heads up. I like it.
Yeah, I think it went real well with a Chromie pickup. Even if you don't get the kill off of the taunt Chromie blow up, you have a Brightwing to polymorph and lock the target down for even longer. And additionally, you're getting that the Shattering Throw at 13. So anytime May pops into her Cryo Freeze, she just loses all the shield and doesn't really gain too much out of it anyway.
Yep.
It looks like the lobby's already up here, so I'm going to pop back on over to Goon and I, jump into the lobby, update the maps for you guys, and let you know where we're going for game number 2.
Game number 2. Look, I'm not going to spoil anything yet, but it's my second favorite map. My second favorite.
Your first one is
Lost Cavern.
oh.
ARAM.
I guess we'll count it. Looks like this is a map pick by WildHeart Omega. First pick. Looks like KT's opted for first pick after losing game number 1 here. So let me pop over to that map selections now, show you where we're going here and where we've been in case you're just tuning in. But game number 2 will be played on Infernal Shrines.
Mm-hmm.
If you missed if you missed game 1, it was on Tomb of the Spider Queen there. Kryix Tempest taking map pick after winning coin toss, bringing us to Tomb, but the win going over to WildHeart Omega. Let me update that score really quickly too. Those map bans we're seeing tonight, we have sorry, just a second. Updating.
All good.
The map bans that we saw tonight, Battlefield of Eternity and Volskaya Foundry banned away by Kryix Tempest. WildHeart Omega taking away Garden of Terror and Alterac Pass. This is a best of 3 series, so if WildHeart can grab the win here, that'll be a nice 2-0 sweep. But let's see if KT can find themselves on the board or not.
Yeah. Infernal Shrines, one of these maps that just has a little bit of everything that exists in HOTS, that makes HOTS so awesome. You've got potential for good macro play. You've got point fights on the objectives. The objective is pretty cool and interactive. Winning it feels good. Being able to team fight or being able to macro everywhere or sustain or blow up comp, everything and anything can work on this map. And I made this comment when I was casting CCL with Bahamut, the free agent thing the other day. I was like, hey, and some heroes potentially come to exist on this map, like Alex Straza or something like that. And people are like, oh my gosh, Alex Straza. Look, no Alex Straza here. What is this guy talking about? Look, I didn't say that was the pick, but it could happen. It could pop up. Alex Straza, hey, maybe even a Probius. Are those heroes good? No, but they could be picked here, and I wouldn't be too mad.
I mean, they're like heroes. If you're gonna see them, you'd prefer to see them here,
Right. I don't want to see Probius, on Battlefield of Eternity. I'm gonna be upset. Infernal Shrines. I'll go for it.
I'm curious to see if WildHeart's going to stick with the same bands here, because I'm pretty familiar with the members of Kryix Tempest, if you didn't know. TT Wolfie has probably one of the best Lucios I've ever seen. And that's saying a lot because I see you play Lucio all the time. But but it's good. Like, it's really good.
Well, I will say this. Frosty Wind is a Lucio abuser as well, so it's just a game of chicken when it comes to who's letting Lucio through.
All right, we're already seeing the Sonya ban and the Uther ban here. Kryix Tempest going for their second ban. It's going to be the Medivh.
Medivh, all right. So then now the question becomes here. Well, KT does have second. I'm sorry, they do. Wait, am I mistaken? Oh, they have first pick. Okay, there's Lucio ban. So now like Hoggers exists, Cassia exists. If you want to go those routes, you can. Again, something good is always going to be. It's always going to be up. I would almost like to have seen Lucio stay unbanned and seen like Hogger get banned, and then you threaten the Lucio pick on your side if you wanted to as a second pick. But no, they're gonna go with Hogger, and then we're probably gonna see Brightwing and Chromie. Yeah, there it is.
This is feeling pretty familiar so far in this draft. We're seeing the exact same bands and a lot of the same picks, maybe a little bit of switch on who's picking them up, but yeah, not too much difference. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. WildHeart Omega saying they took game number 1, stick to the same bands, stick to the same picks, and it's a recipe for a win already, right?
Well, yeah. What do we see? I was like, we're probably gonna see a Johanna. I'm not sure. There it is. There's a Johanna, and there's a Rexar too. Again, I feel like they're gonna try to dissuade or somehow force Lupus onto the Diablo, or trying to dissuade him from such. But we'll see. Diablo doesn't necessarily want to be charging into the Misha Bear and Johanna stuns, and that's a lot of stuff. You can't play your character at that point. Here's the Tychus ban. Ooh, spooky man. All right, so now what's the ban? Tychus ban usually indicates what kind of hero. That's a quiz for chat. Oh, there's the very ban. Look, we want to kill the tank. That's what they're saying. We want to kill the tank. How do we kill the tank? Or what do we remove that won't die? I don't think we'll see a Diablo. I could be wrong though.
What are you expecting to see if not Diablo here? They have the Brightwing pickup. Tychus is banned out.
There is a Diablo. Okay, and there's a Gust. There's a Gust. There's a Falstad. I just call Falstad Gust. There's Gust. Okay, well, hey, if you're gonna go Diablo, and you're worried about getting locked down and getting blown up by something, hey, picking up Falstad to be able to save your Diablo, not bad.
All right, we're going to see the rest of the draft here for Kryix Tempest. Let's see what they grab to round out their comp. It's going to be Stukov as well as Hanzo getting picked up there. Think of the value. You have 2 heroes on Rexer for your pustules to be spread on. Stukov?
Healing stat padding. That's what that is. Oh man, here, I mean, this could be a Diva, this could be a Urel, this could be there's a secret little pick that Valamar's been playing. There it is. That's the one. All right, that's the hero. That's the hero.
I kind of love Reg on Infernal Shrines.
Remember when I was saying that some heroes sometimes just pop up because of the map? This is one of those heroes.
Now, Valamar, Lava Wave Reg or?
No. We are not lava wavers. No lava wavers. What makes, in my opinion, what makes Ragnaros so potentially powerful is how well he scales into the late game and how much damage, how much he can just like tank, sustain through, like he can sustain through, and he just puts out on his own. And I feel like if you go lava wave, you're just removing a lot of what makes Ragnaros so powerful. He can put out a lot of damage. He can kill without his abilities. He puts out enough damage to where it's like, oh, we just need just a little bit more damage. So Fierce Smash comes out, boom, target's dead. Lava wave just doesn't do that.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce these teams here. We'll start over on the right-hand side with WildHeart Omega, Valamar playing Ragnaros, Apparition on the Chromie, Frosty Wind playing Brightwing, Lupus on Diablo, and Brown Bala on the Falstad.
And on the left-hand side, in the blue, Kryix Tempest, we got Bridge to Death on Johanna, Rayvar on Hanzo, TT Wolfie on Stukov, Will to Live playing Rexar, oh, and Hogger just looking so moist. Am I allowed to say that? Sorry.
I mean, it is their name.
Okay.
All right, do already have Rexar breaking off to get ready to soak that bottom lane. Maybe disrupt the rotations here for WildHeart Omega. Typically, you do see that rotation between mid and bottom on this map, and the offlaners heading towards top. Let's see how this plays out here.
Yeah, nice wave clear coming out. Some good damage as well to Johanna. They're going to be a little bit behind here on this rotation. Rag being able to step up and clear that with the Falstad, it was really nice. Really nice. And we see Falstad up here looking to just kind of create a little extra pressure onto Hogger and create more space for Valamar to be able to double soak.
So I have a question. Double bruiser comps, something we see a lot of these days in all different leagues and competitive scenes. What about a double bruiser comp makes it a successful double bruiser comp?
Double bruiser comp, it's hard to kill typically, and they for most people, theoretically, they put out enough damage on their own to where they can get the kills. But I don't know. I don't think every double bruiser you can just run any double bruiser and say that this is enough. I don't necessarily think Rexar and Hogger can do enough right now, but we'll see.
We did see both teams pick up their siege camps in the mid lane there. Joanna hanging around mid to get that cleared out. A phase shift from Brightwing onto Diablo to get him healed up. A stun coming out from Misha on a Falstad, and Misha gonna go down for that one.
Yeah. But by the way, if you look at Ragnaros' stacks, he's already at 24 on that Sulfurous Hunters. 25 done. 2 minutes.
That was really fast.
Yeah. And Valimar likes to do this build where he goes Sulfurous Hungers with the slow burn at 4 and then the blistering attacks at 7. Puts out a lot of damage, and the slow burn is also, it helps your tank, like as a follow up to your tank's engage. The target is you throw the E on your tank.
Yeah.
That target's slowed for 40% afterwards.
All right. Speaking of those other level 1 quests, though, Falstad taking the frequent flyer here, so he's going to be stacking up there. Also over on the side of Kryix Tempest, we have Hanzo talenting into target practice, so looking for stacks on his queue here, currently at 1 of the 5 needed to finish out that quest. We also have Rexar talenting into Globe Quest at 4 as well, so he'll steadily be working on this as the match goes on.
Looks like KT prioritized the bottom camp for this objective spawn. Meanwhile, top side, the bruiser camp is just going to be doing a lot of damage. Brown Balla can rotate down and turn this into a 5v4. And this objective is going to be, should be, favored for WildHeart Omega because of this the macro decision early on.
Time trap going out there onto Joanna and Misha. Misha getting quite low, but 1 hit from going down. Bridge to death also getting chunked down. We have the phase shift out onto Lupus to keep him alive. Flip onto Joanna. Polymorph to follow that up. Bridge to death, popping the condemn and able to walk away for now. Another time trap, this time catching some of his own members there. But no one falling quite yet in this engage, and we're at 8 to 14 skeletal defenders in favor of WildHeart Omega.
App likes to do this thing where he time traps his own teammates, and it might look like trolling or griefing, but 90% of the time it's just to provide some kind of peel and sustain for whoever is getting chased, because he gets 30 armor after the time trap ends.
We do have Ray popping that Molten Core to help his team secure this objective. This is what I love about Ray. It's like, you're winning at the objective, pop a Molten Core to win it even more if you need to back off. Oh, you're losing the objective, pop a Molten Core to defend it now. Yeah,
it's almost like another Diva mech kind of thing, right? Like some people will pop the Diva mech for the objective and use it to zone people out and finish the rest of the objective. But Valimar uses the Molten Core to do that. And the Molten Core, it's gonna be up for pretty much every objective.
You're really only looking at Hanzo to be the one to shred down these Punishers as well, so they're getting a lot of early value out of this first one. Taking down the fort, Bridge to Death getting quite low, phase shift coming out onto Lupus. First blood there, if you don't count Misha, I guess, goes on to Joanna, and that's going to be followed up with a Hanzo pick as well for WildHeart Omega. 2-0 in that team fight, and a fort as well.
Yeah. Dirty temporal loop Chromia abuser. I want to see. I
love when
KT
teams do this too. Sniping the well after stealing the camp.
Yeah.
Just rub a little salt in the wound, you know.
I hate it when it's Medivh doing that. I hate it when it's Medivh because it's just like, damn it, dude, just go away. Like, can I do something to you? No, you're just flying there, just like taunting me. I want to see KT kind of start timing these camps here and creating some of their own macro pressure as well. They do need to be careful. They don't have 10s, so anyone, they're not really allowed to step out too far onto the map.
Those level 10s are up for WildHeart Omega, though. We already know Chromie has the Temporal Loop, but it's going to be Blink Heal from Brightwing, Apocalypse from Diablo, Gust from the Falstad, and you called it Sulfurous Smash being picked up by Ragnaros.
Yep. Pretty significant wombo combo here. Temporal Loop into Smash. You have the APOC there to follow up as well, and if things go awry, well, you have Falstad to be able to gust people away.
Was that on purpose that time? Joanna getting flipped in there, having to pop the iron skin, but that, oh, don't even need the temporal loop. In comes Valimir getting the pick there.
That's a lot of damage.
Do you have a bruiser camp pushing top now? Reg's gonna back off to go deal with that, clean that up a little bit. Let's kind of even out the fight in the mid lane. His Falstad has gone bottom as well. Flailing swipe out from Tito there to peel for the team. Rave are able to survive through that.
Yeah, I wonder. We've got a lot of we have a lot of setup here for the side of KT, right? We've got the boars to slow people down. We've got the shockwave. We've got the blessed shield. We've got the dragon arrow. The dragon arrow. I wonder, okay, hear me out. I wonder, do we live in a world where we go Shockwave, Boars, Blessed Shield, Dragon Strike?
Dragon Strike, yeah. You know, I kind of have to think the same thing because right now they're just, with Hanzo as their main damage, I worry about their potential to get kills in some of these fights. We have the slows from the Boars, the Blessed Shield, enough lockdown kind of here between all of that to maybe, you know, make an argument for it.
Yeah. They do get a monkey lead on the shrine here. Hogger is going to be spinning forever. Oh, Misha does go down. But look at the map. Look at the map. Ooh, Hogger actually gets stunned and flipped. There's a huge dragon arrow to disengage. Nice silence coming out there from Wolfie. Able to disrupt as much as he can. Oh, temporal loop into the smash. Yo, that gust was actually kind of disgusting. They got gusted into the corner and the APOC came out just a little too early. I think you can APOC after that gust ends and get multiple people. But while all that was going on, the bottom side, you had catapults, you had that camp, the bruiser camp on the top side as well. This is really good for WildHeart Omega. They got a lot of value from that. They won the team fight. They're going to get the objective. They're going to get some structural damage onto this fort before the objective spawns. Ugh.
You're going to see this Punisher going over to the side of WildHeart Omega. There's a time trap giving Diablo a little bit of armor, because why not? Rexar still cleaning up bottom, but on his way out to help defend mid. Hogger around as well now. And Ragnaros looks like he's just going to focus down that top fort while the rest of his team pushes onto this mid keep.
Yep, this keep should be safe. It's not going to go down. KT still has they still have a really solid chance at staying in this game and not giving up too much. Nice blessed shield there with the wailing or with the dragon arrow as well inside of the silence. Well done catching Brown Bala there and blowing him up. He was a little out of position there. There is a rag. Oh my gosh, here's a molten core. Huge damage coming out there. Oh no, you know, it was one of those call an ambulance.
Temporal loop as well going out onto Rexar, and they do find the kill. And now next one to fall is going to be the Joanna as the Apocalypse comes out from Diablo to help secure that kill. Ends up being a 3-for-1 in favor of WildHeart Omega, and they're going to make a play to secure this keep now.
Call an ambulance, but not for me. Oh, can they? Are they going to look to end here? I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
Death timers are so low.
Yeah.
Still for KT.
Get out of here.
They're going to go ahead for the invade onto the Bruiser camp. Over on the side of Kryix Tempest, though, take that off the map. Maybe look to secure top fort while they're up here. Open the map up a little bit more.
They're gonna get this top fort free. Create some more map pressure. There we go. I like the ping. Hey, let's get this down. Boom. All right. I mean, we do have a really good combo here for the side of KT. Maybe, you know, they find the pick, a pick, and then leave it like that, right? Don't look for anything more. But there's a huge Sulfurous smash onto the Diablo Philip as well. Nice disruption from Stukov there to make sure that his allies can stay alive.
They're going for the engage off of that. The Gus is going to push them back, though. Shockwave out, and all of the members of WildHeart Omega will survive. Same thing over on the side of Kryix Tempest. No picks going out there. Still a little ways off toward level 16s here for KT, but they're well on their way to making it there. They can just hold on a bit longer, try and find that fight on equal talent tiers, and maybe find themselves a little bit of map pressure in their favor. It'll be a hard game, but it's not impossible.
13 and 16 are huge talent tiers for Rag. Huge talent tiers. You've got the Resilient Flame. If you're CC'd, if you're stunned, 40 armor for 3 seconds, and then you have Giant Scorcher. It's essentially a giant killer. Like with a fully stacked Sulfurous Hungers, with the blistering attacks and the Giant Scorcher, you're going to be putting out some damage with this hero. And hard to kill.
We have Nisha in a little bit of trouble here. She's going to go down. A lot of pressure again in these lanes for KT to have to deal with. 2 camps in the mid that WildHeart Omega picked up. They have the camp in the bottom now, and this next objective is going to be spawning in that bottom lane. See them walk forward, maybe try to get this front wall down with this level 16 talent tier advantage, and then look to go do objective after this. They open this up. It makes it a little bit easier for them to potentially get an invade off the Punisher.
Ooh, I like that. Valimar used his E there on the Lupus to make sure he was able to move just fast enough to escape the silence.
Oh! I missed it!
I missed it too. Oh my goodness. Chat, I was reading you. I missed that.
Valimar just snuck away for a minute and down goes Hogger. We're going to see Valimar start up this objective now. This is going to be a frozen Punisher, so it'll strut down some of the structures momentarily. It's just, I like this. They got this wall down. It's a frozen Punisher. They can look for maybe, oh, there's another pick going off there. Hanzo getting burnt down incredibly fast. And they're going to continue to siege onto this keep and just open it up while Valimar finishes up the objective.
Yeah, a little overextended there. Lupus heads up, being able to capitalize on that. Team ready to follow up. But yeah, you know, hey, like I said before, you don't need the objective to hit the buildings. If you have an opportunity to hit the buildings, go for it. Make your objective that much stronger.
Chromie does have her level 20 online now, has picked up the Piercing Sands. And this frozen Punisher. Chromie. She's fair and balanced. There's nothing wrong with her.
Okay. It's just obnoxious to deal with. Like, come on, I can't even interact with you. And when I do punish you, when I can interact with you, it's because you were out of position. Oh, Blessed Shield coming out onto that backline. There's some damage coming out on the Diablo. He's gonna go down to the fort, to the keep. The gust does not save Diablo. You can't gust the keep away. Oh.
There's the time trap from Chromie there.
Oh.
Catching Brightwing, giving her some armor and a blink heal target in return, but it looks like Frosty's gonna juke once more, makes it out of there. Has some minions to TP2 if he needed it, but he is safe and sound there. Diablo back up already, had those souls stolen away. So a little bit more squishy, but that was a successful defense for the side of KT, holding on to this game for a little while longer. Level 20 is online here for the side of WildHeart Omega, though.
Yeah, that was a really heads-up play from Bridge to Death there to kind of... He saw Diablo just smacking the keep. This is something that I always flame Lupus for. It's like, yo, you're Diablo or Murder. Why are you hitting stuff like minions? Like, or building? Yo, Bridge to Death was like, yo, this guy's hitting buildings. I'm going to come around this flank. I'm going to Blessed Shield his backline. Diablo's going to peel, and the fort was aggroing him the whole time. And he ended up going down because his team couldn't save him. They were locked. They were locked in place. They were silenced. It was really good play there.
We got the stealth pickup here for Brightwing's level 20, so I'm looking to see what WildHeart is going to do with it.
Oh boy.
They're going to make a wall.
They're invisible. The invisible walls. Now the thing is, does KT check? Do they check these bushes? Oh no, they just revealed themselves. Okay.
$19 now for Kryix Tempest. They're making their way towards 20. It's going to be a difficult and long haul to get there.
Yeah, level 20. This is why I think like if Lava Wave is just not the pick. Level 20, you go to Sulfurous Smash allows you to go this at level 20. The heroic difficulty. 25% increased health and damage, and its cooldown is reduced by almost a minute. You have that thing up all the time. All the time. Molten Core. The thing wins games. You can defend. You can win. You can deal more damage. Like, it's really good. It's really good.
KT doing a decent job here, just defending their keep, playing patiently, grabbing the soak, but not pushing out too far to get caught out by WildHeart Omega. Their top keep's going to stay alive for now. And they're very close to 20s. They can just hold on a little bit longer. They can maybe find themselves a fight on equal talent tiers into WildHeart Omega. Still a long ways to go for them to make a win condition. They don't have any structures down quite yet. But, you know, they're doing a good job of trying to get there.
Yeah, they're almost there. They just need to be careful. Do not overextend. It's okay, you know. Just get the 20 easy peasy. This is it. They can make it happen right here. This game can just split wide open in favor for KT. This is even talent tiers. You know, you've worked so hard as Omega to get to this point, to do a good job. KT staying disciplined enough to not look for anything they don't need to look for.
You have the upgraded Blessed Shield from Joanna. Hanzo taking the stun on his arrow here. You know, Boars, you know, now roots, so that's maybe going to help them lock down their targets enough to find the picks that they need. Everybody invisible over on the side of WildHeart Omega. Look at Lupus. Look at Lupus. Oh,
oh man. Oh, look at Ragnaros. Invisible. At the fort here, Molten Core, APOC combo. Oh my goodness, the range on that Sulfurous smash. Valimor though, I know the comms. Yo, they're on me. I'm gonna need help. Oh, they're good. His whole team is here. Nice kill command and the huge. Oh my goodness, the huge damage coming out of the Dragon Arrow as well. They all clumped up. A WildHeart Omega classic. However, Wolfie able to get these big slaps to appeal for his teammates. Oh. Nice feigned death to ensure that the temporal loop didn't land, but it's not going to matter. The rest of the team is going to go down. Lupus charging on the Ray bar there. Gonna find the pick potentially. Yeah. Oh. Yep, there it is.
Stay a while. All right, Core taking damage here, 65% and falling. Lupus going in for the engage on Tito once again. Let's see if he can walk into that base and survive, but it looks like game number 2 is going to go over in favor of WildHeart Omega, taking the series in a clean 2-0 sweep.
GG. Right on. You know, dad likes, you know, when his kids do well. But GG, well played to Kryix Tempest. Some good looks there, some good moves. You know, I looking back, I mean, the Dragon Arrow was pretty powerful. It did a lot of damage there. It punished a lot of the clumping that WildHeart Omega was doing. It was just, hey, find the pick, get the pick, reset. I think that's the kind of style you want to go for rather than just keep brawling instead of, you know, you're all one wombo combo. But yeah.
Well, let's take a look at this match summary here. I'm going to see if Lupus or someone from WildHeart wants to do an interview with us. But you go ahead and talk about talents while I do that.
Yeah, sure. Just looking at the talents here. You know, I do appreciate seeing Rexar a lot more, and with the Boars is really, really good at setting up your team fights, setting up your allies, peeling as well. I like that a lot. The Shockwave, I think the Shockwave was pretty good as well. I wonder what that would look like if that was a Hortopole, just getting back there and just disrupting your opponents from casting their abilities. But, you know, do you end up dying for that or not? It's hard to say. There is a lot of value in disruption. I will say that. Being able to disrupt your opponent from doing your thing.
Chat's flaming tonight. They say a ball of feeder, name a more iconic duo.
Nachos. Never change.
All right, let's go ahead and jump on over into one of the lobbies in the NGS channel. We'll do an interview with Lupus.
All right.
I'll meet you there. Wait, It's bugged for me. I can't hear anything. All right, I can hear you now. All right, Lupus, congrats on the win tonight. How are you guys feeling after taking that series 2-0?
We're feeling good. The adrenaline's going. That was the combos in that last team comp is really fun. So.
Yeah, you saw people go just like 100-0 like that off of the reg alts with you engaging. It was really fun to watch. There was times too Valimar just snuck off and someone would die and we were like, oh, we missed that one.
Valimar is the Wagnawos god. He really likes it, so we've been running it.
So for those of you that don't know, WildHeart Omega is seeded #1 in their division, heroic division. The team that they're playing against tonight seeded in 3rd place, actually tied for 2nd technically. So top end of your division playing here tonight. You guys have a nice clean 2-0 sweep. How are you feeling heading into what's soon to be the playoffs?
We feel pretty good for playoffs. I think we had a bit of a slump a few weeks ago, and then our last 2 weeks has felt really good. So hopefully we can keep carrying that forward. We felt pretty unstoppable these last couple weeks, both in scrims and matches. Good
to hear it's going well for you guys. Goon, do you have some questions you want to throw out?
I guess specifically draft related on Tomb of the Spider Queen, the Varian pickup, was that something? What was going through your mind during that draft? When you were seeing what you were seeing, and in the response, what were your thoughts?
I knew they were gonna ban Johanna because it was really obvious ban, and they had already picked Tychus. Tychus?
It was made Tychus. Yep.
Yeah. So I wanted either when those two are up, it's either Johanna or Varian, and the Johanna is a super obvious ban, especially on Tomb, so there's all the wave clear. And then it was just to shred the tank, and Varian is you can't shred the tank with Varian, even if you pick a lot of people are like, I'm gonna pick Malthael into Varian so that he can't pick it, so he has to pick Protect, which is actually really not fun for Varian. It actually the E at 10 is actually more survivability against most heroes. So.
Right on. Yeah, I saw the Leoric and the Tychus. I'm sorry, it was the May and the Tychus. I'm like, there's no way you're playing Diablo into that. If you're playing Diablo, you're just gonna get destroyed. You're gonna get ate up. So then, yeah, naturally, he's like, okay, well, Johanna does well there. But yeah, that was heads up. I thought it was gonna be something else coming out, but maybe a Maiev or something like that. But
we saw the Leo coming too. So because he's just good on that map, really really good.
Yeah. And then for the second game right there on Infernal, they took the Johanna. You guys banned the Tychus. I saw the Rexar, and I was like, okay, there's a lot of just annoying stuff here for a Diablo. I thought you would go something else there as well, because of just how much potential disruption they had for you, to not be able to play your hero. But was that something that you were worried about, or not really?
It wasn't a super big concern. I was just kind of hoping Stukov wouldn't go. If Stukov went shove and root, he didn't go either, which was pretty surprising to me. So once Diablo hits that unkillable status at 13-16, except for if you try and 1v1 a keep for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Then I guess you can die. But
yeah, hitting buildings and hitting minions. How many times have I told you? Yeah.
Tank it for the boys.
True. But the false stat pick up there, it was just hey, even if you do get into a hairy, a sticky situation, you got Falstad there to kind of gust you away.
I picked 2 save me buttons. I got Bala and I got Frosty.
Yeah, true. Right on.
Well, once again, congrats on that win, Lupus. Let's get into some shoutouts before we wrap things up, shall we?
Sure. So first, shout out to you guys for casting, and Goon over it for running WildHeart and putting this team together. And Weary Day in Twitch chat in particular, everyone else too, but mostly Weary Day.
All right.
And then Bala for stepping it up on the fall side. He's looked really good on it these last couple weeks. I'm really proud of him, in particular.
Oh, yo, shout out to that Gus denying the 52 gem pickup onto
Oh
K2.
yeah,
that
that
was
was
so
sick.
good.
We were
was
we were all on the same page with that one too. It was awesome. We were like, Gustum, so they can't get these.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, is that got filth? Oh, who did that?
We said that they hate it when we do that. So.
Well, congrats on the win. Can't wait to see how you guys perform in the playoffs here. I can't wait to see where your team goes. And good luck.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right,
Bye.
see ya.
Let's get Goon back up here to wrap things up real quickly. In terms of what's going on with me for the rest of this week, though, you can catch me streaming tomorrow. Again, I'm going to be casting with Weenus. We're casting Clouded Minds, taking on Fade to Black, I want to say, but don't quote me because I don't have it memorized. I'm casting so many matches this week. But you can catch that at 7 p.m. Pacific time if you want to watch that. And I'll be streaming again Friday 6 p.m. and Saturday at 3 p.m. Goon, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at GoonGGWP, on Twitch, GoonGGWP, where I stream nothing but Escape from Tarkov. I've been kind of all right. I'm ready to play HOTS again. I got to take a break every once in a while. Follow WildHeart on Twitter at WildHeart Esport, no S at the end of that because it wouldn't fit. And check out our Discord as well. If you go to my Twitch page, it's down there under Discord. You can go there, click on that, and join in. But yeah.
Let me grab.
And real quick, also, CCL Player Draft is this Saturday. We are going to be hosting. I'm going to be hosting a little CCL Draft after party.
Ooh.
On Saturday stream. I'm gonna have myself and maybe some CCL org owners on there, kind of having some drinks and talking smack in preparation for the season.
All right, well, go check that out. Until next time, Goon, pleasure casting with you as always. We're gonna send you on over to Zero. Zero got a webcam tonight. Have you dropped in?
Oh, he looks a lot sexier than I thought he was.
So we're going to send you on over to Zero. We had a hype train going in his stream earlier, and he was just so giddy over it. It was the cutest thing ever. So go drop Zero a follow. Zero, pretty up-and-comer here on the tank role. Played quite a bit with him, and he's trying to grow his stream. So we're going to send you on over there. Drop him a follow and have yourselves a wonderful rest of your week. Hope to see you tomorrow again at 7 p.m. Pacific time.